Hi, I'm Todd Heitkamp, the owner of Dakota Angler here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, with this week's 2-minute fishing report. Well, first off, folks, I want to thank each and every one of you for your patience and understanding. Since we didn't have a fishing report last week, we were up in Canada with our annual family fishing trip, and we had a great time up at Eagle Lake, and we'll have a video coming out shortly to show you the success that we actually had on our trip. As far as the fishing report is concerned around here, the main thing is obviously, boy, when the calendars hit June, Mother Nature turned on the old thermometer and we really warmed up, and that has definitely affected the fishermen, not necessarily the fish, because guys that have gone out have had some real nice success, and some of those lakes continue to be bitter. Enemy Swim, Dry Lake by Florence up in the northeastern part of the state, as well as Wyhe, Indian Springs, and then also Pickerel now. And down in the southeastern part of the state, lakes have really been better down here, quite honestly. Thompson, 81 Pond, Sinai, Ponset, and a lot of smaller, less than 15-inch fish have been caught at Ponset, so you got to sort quite a bit. Also, Dry Lake by Willow Lake. Those have been really the hot lakes around here. Other lakes that have been producing fish of late also include Henry, Oakwood, East and West, and that's kind of slowed down quite a bit the past week. But otherwise, Brant, Vermilion, and Twin have all been producing walleyes as well. What have you guys been using? A lot of spinner baits now. A lot of guys are bottom bouncing with 1-hook and 2-hook spinners, using leeches and crawlers. And also guys are catching some nice walleyes in the shallows. Don't overlook the shallows yet. A lot of guys are throwing swim baits into the shallows and coming away with some really nice walleyes as well. The Missouri River continues to produce fish, and a lot of guys have been pulling plugs there now. And remember, we have a great sale, great promotion going on here with Rapala. So if you need to stock up on some Rapala plugs, stop on by here at the store. And then as far as the panfish bite is concerned, guys are catching some nice crappies at Thompson, Ponset, Pickerel, as well as Vermilion and Sinai, and you have to move around quite a bit. And again, the jigs of choice have been the shiny hiney or just a plain hook with a small piece of crawler or a small minnow. In this version of Todd's Tackle Tips, we're going to talk about bottom bouncing. Now, bottom bouncing really has gotten its start here in South Dakota. It's a South Dakota tradition. And with the heat, a lot of guys have gone towards that type of presentation this week with pulling spinners with the bottom bouncers. Now, what is a bottom bouncer? Well, a bottom bouncer is this feature right here. Basically an upside down L, if you will, and the weight, it comes in a number of different sizes, and that weight is going to be, the weight you're going to choose is going to be dependent on the speed that you're going to troll and also the depth of the water that you're fishing at that point in time. Also, as far as the spinner is concerned, they come in 1-hook and 2-hook varieties. Traditionally, the 1-hook is going to be used for minnows or leeches, and the 2-hook is going to be used more for crawlers. And so again, depending on the time of the year and also the lake and the presentation you want to use will determine the type of spinner and also the pattern of that blade that you'll choose at that time. But the whole key is all you do is you attach the spinner to the clevis right here, and then you drop the bottom bouncer into the water. And you drop and can let it to descend until you hit bottom with the bottom bouncer, and then let a little bit more line out as you're moving along in your speed that you're trolling at that point in time. The key is that you want this bottom bouncer to be vertical. You don't want to be dragging on the bottom like this, because if you're dragging the bottom bouncer on the bottom, guess what's also on the bottom? Your spinner. You want to have that spinner, that bait, in the strike zone. So the key is to keep this bottom bouncer as vertical as you possibly can. That's going to determine your success when you're out there bottom bouncing. Now it's time to take a look at a few photos that you sent in to me this past week. And remember, folks, if you'd like your photo included in next week's version of the 2-minute fishing report, please send it to me. Send it to todd@dakotaangler.com or post it to our Facebook wall. And if I use your photo, your name will be entered into a monthly drawing for a $25 gift certificate. And folks, before we end this week's report, I want to remind you of a couple of things. Number one is that if, again, you're planning on any type of trip to Canada or to the river or anything like that, and you need bulk bait, meaning like flathead crawlers or a pound of leeches, give us a call to reserve yours today. Call us at 605-336-9132. Also, don't forget your dad. It's Father's Day weekend coming up pretty soon, so make sure you stop on by here at the store. We have a store full of gifts for your dad that he'll thoroughly enjoy. Plus, all Yeti coolers, hard-sided and soft-sided coolers, no tax. I'll cover your tax, so a great deal on Yeti coolers and a great gift for your dad. Well, folks, that's this week's version of the 2-Minute Fishing Report. For Dakota Angler, I'm the owner, Todd Heitkamp, and as we say around here, fish on. We'll see you next time, and again, thanks for watching.